No, Rory Mal.
So, how was your date with Adam?
We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. And I told my mom I was going to tell the truth.
Oh, you hit it. You got the tea? You got the Earl Grey? They got the Earl Grey on you?
Are we recording? I hope we are.
Earl Grey on you?
That's how you want to speak about my lovely mother?
No, I'm just saying. What's the, how was it?
It was a lot to process. As I'm getting older, my mother and I are getting closer. We've always been really close, but closer on an adult level, much more than a mother-son level. Mm-hmm. So I see a lot of things that I never saw that she hid from me.
Right. And
we've been to concerts together, but, I went to like the Mariah Carey Heartbreaker tour with her.
Yeah, that was safe.
Yeah,
safe there.
I went to like safe concerts.
Yeah.
I have not gone to a concert where the theme of the concert is for the lead singer to take his shirt off, and that's what everyone anticipates throughout the show.
Right. Okay.
I wasn't aware of that. Mm-hmm. And I don't like how Adam Levine is almost 50 and looks that good.
Right.
It's incredible. Mm-hmm. So I guess we can just start at the beginning.
Yeah, let's do it.
My mom got what you would call, I think, like a carafe of some sorts of Chardonnay. I've never seen, you could literally buy a bottle of wine in plastic that they pour into to go to your seat so you don't have to get back up. Mm-hmm. I think by song 2, it was 3/4 of the way done. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting a lot of woos and a lot of hands up.
Yeah.
I'm like, my mom don't even know this song.
She started to wave by herself?
Yeah, Adam Levine could have got on that mic and said, I regret to inform everyone there's been a school shooting. And my mom would have been like, woo! He said anything, and my mom was wooing it up.
Yeah, Adam makes the women happy. He definitely makes the women happy. He's one of those guys that the women, love to go out and see and live in color.
But I was taken aback that my mother fell for the "Where My Ladies At" line so easily, with no hesitation.
Your mother said right here?
Yes. And we were right there. Yeah. We were like row 5.
Yeah.
He could hear her say, yo, the ladies are here.
Yeah.
Some things you just think in your head of your mother, like, my mom would never just cave to the where my ladies at. Mm-hmm. Like, she would need a little bit more than that. Right. Like, where are my ladies that have been successful for this? Like, just something to add to it. Not just, are you in the building?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Adam thought, all right, it's just dudes that showed up today. Mm-hmm. She fell right for it. And then at one point, when he took his shirt off, she stared directly in my face. And I have the video, which I will lock away forever.
Yeah.
Looked at me directly in the eyes and said, he took his shirt off. Yeah. I was like, I could see that, Mom. I see that he took his shirt off. We're close enough to see his nipples.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she had a really good time. Her friend had a really good time.
Oh, that's good to ask. So she had a good time. That's the main thing.
Amazing time. I was so happy to see her happy. She loved that shit. It's nice with some of the benefits and the friends that you meet along this industry. You can do cool things for your parents. Like, typically, I'm used to being able to get shorty fucking little baby tickets. Mm-hmm. It's nice that I could get my mom some tickets to a band that she likes, and we could go together, and she could bring her friend, and we could sit really close and get the whole little waitress treatment at the show. Like, it was great. So thank you, PJ Morton. You made my mother's life.
Shout out to PJ, man.
Really good guy. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to PJ before. I was like, damn, I assume with the COVID shit, we probably can't go say what up and everything. And he was like, yeah, we're literally trapped in our hotel rooms. They won't let us leave. And then as the night progressed, I was like, probably a good idea.
No, great idea.
I'm actually really, shout out to COVID.
Shout out to COVID.
That we couldn't go backstage and my mother.
Keep everything copacetic.
Because I feel like Adam probably doesn't put his shirt back on when he's backstage.
No, you don't work out and leave your shirt on after you take it off.
And it was like a perfect end of summer night where he was like glistening just enough for my mother to go crazy. Yeah. Neither here nor there.
So I'm glad you had a great night with Adam and Maroon 5 and PJ Morton and Mom. I thought about you. I was like, I wanted to wait until I got the reaction live. I didn't want to ask you about it. I didn't want to text you.
I stayed till Sunday in Philly.
How was it?
Hopped over to Made in America in the rain. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I didn't pack to go to a festival.
Right.
I only had like nice clothes. Well, I went to
Fucked up your good New Balances?
No, I went to Made in America in the rain in Dior's.
Oh my God.
Listen, I didn't leave the fucking tent because it was raining, so they stayed completely fine. But I did feel like I got there and was like, aren't you past forcing things?
Yeah.
Like, I even grabbed a drink, like, maybe this will loosen me up and I'll start to enjoy. I really sat there like, what? Yo, you could have been on 95 right now.
Trust me. I've had plenty nights like that where I'm like, I forced it, never again.
Yeah.
Never again.
But May was cool. Just the rain kind of fucked it up. Towards the end of the night, it stopped and it was cool. But it was nice to run into some people. Seeing all the Griselda guys. It was nice to see them all together. Their performance was great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cool.
I saw some of Doja Cat set. I said, if Rory's there, he's going crazy right now.
I was side stage, my brother.
He was going crazy?
I was on the side of the stage.
Yeah. She looked good. She sounded good. The crowd seemed to enjoy it. But yeah, I knew I wasn't going. I got invited to come down there, but I was like, nah, I'm cool. The weather was kind of trash.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good, between COVID kind of running rampant again and the safety rules that it required for Made in America, which did make me feel good because they definitely, like, you had to go through apps and put your fucking tests and vaccine cards and all that. It was tough to get in. So that made me feel better. But between that, the rain, just people weren't really into it that same way. And it was not Made in America's fault. It was just a weird energy at that time.
That's what it is about festivals. If the weather is not up to par and, it's hit or miss. Mm-hmm. That's the great thing is if it's great weather, great time. Yeah.
But shit, let's get to the nitty gritty, man.
Let's get to it, man. What we got?
The weekend recaps are cool. Weekends are great.
What we got? How you feeling? I've been reading some things online. Been seeing some reactions to music and albums.
What type of reactions? We'll start there. What type of reactions did you see off the rip?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm seeing more people say that they're kind of disappointed with the Drake album than I thought I would. And that was surprising to me.
Why?
Well, because let me say this. I think that people anticipated a different sounding album. I think people took Certified Lover Boy and anticipated a very R&B heavy album from Drake. And I think that was one of the things that people were kind of thrown off by. They thought that this was going to be a very R&B heavy album, heavy sound, and it wasn't. And I don't know why, because Drake already addressed that he would never do like an R&B album. He addressed that years ago. He said he would never do that. So I don't know why fans are anticipating that. But that was one of the...
in general kind of says something... Because it's such a weird title that you would think that, all right, I'm going to call it something obscure because the music is so different and great. Like, not to say Drake hasn't had good album titles, but none of them have been like, oh my God, what is that about?
Right.
Like,
right.
Thank Me Later, I wasn't like, holy shit.
Yeah, let me go thank him.
What is about to happen?
Let me go thank him. Yeah.
Even Views from the Six, I was like, all right, he's about to give us probably a pretty heavy Toronto sounding album. If you're reading this, it's too late. By the time we got it, it was the surprise joint. So the title made sense. It wasn't an anticipation of what it was. When I heard Certified Lover Boy 4 fucking years ago, or whenever he announced it, I was like, all right, if he is going to call it this is about to be some shit. He knows that he's sitting on something that's kind of crazy. You're going to call it Certified Lover Boy. Because he's really going to get clowned, which I know Drake doesn't give a fuck about, but he's going to get clowned for that title. So he knows he has some music that's going to shut everyone the fuck up. It's one of those fucking reverse, all right, clown me. Go ahead. You're going to love everything on here.
Right.
So yeah, maybe everyone did buy into this title too much, but they should have. It's the biggest artist in the world and call some shit Certified Lover Boy. Well,
yeah, but again, you can't take that title and just assume that this is going to be an R&B album.
I didn't say that. I just think you're sitting on some different type of music.
Yeah, I think that's what most people did. They took this title and they kind of ran with it another way. So when they didn't get what they thought they were going to get, expectations weren't met. So some people feel disappointed. But yeah, I was really surprised to see that because I feel the opposite. I feel like this album was really good. I feel like minus maybe 2 or 3 tracks, I like it. I like it a lot. And it's hard for me. It's hard for me not to like a Drake album just because I think that Drake makes the type of music that I think you can really play anywhere. You can play in the house. You can play in the car. You know what I mean? You can listen to, on a flight. You could, So it's hard for me not to like the album because a lot of his records have so much replay value. But minus 2 or 3 tracks on this album, I'm liking it.
Everything you said about Drake is what makes him a legend, and I agree. You can listen. Can listen to Drake in any setting, by yourself, with women, with family, parties, crib, wherever. He's great at that. He's probably the best artist at that.
Right.
Period. In music. That does not make me like this album though, because the caliber in which he did it on this album does not meet his standard.
Explain.
I'm only here to compare Drake to Drake and nobody else. And Drake is in another stratosphere, so I can only do that with him. To the caliber of the music Drake makes, this was subpar to me.
Subpar?
To Drake. Now, if anyone else put out this album, it would be great because Drake makes good music. It's never going to sit there and go, that is fucking the wackest thing I've ever heard in my life. Please don't ever play that again. He has a familiar voice. He's been around for a decade. We love his voice. When the shit comes on, it sounds good. I was talking with a friend of mine. I was halfway through the album. I didn't listen to it the night it came out. I waited. And she texted me and said, this is a parody album. And I said, what are you talking about? She said, this feels like a parody album to me. And I was like, all right, that's weird. And I kept that in my mind as I listened to the rest of it and I listened to it the second time. And then I texted her back and said, I completely agree with you, especially when looking in that lens in the back of your head. This feels like a Drake parody album. I know that sounds weird because Drake made it. It feels like he was trying to recreate other great Drake songs that have already happened. And they missed the mark from the great ones that already existed. It felt like someone else was trying to make a Drake album. And I know that may not make sense to some people, but I have said that I've had this conversation with a few people and they're like, yo, you don't need to explain it. I know exactly what you're talking about. It felt like someone was making a Drake album and they weren't Drake. Because Drake has set the bar so high. That's why I'm comparing it to him in this sense, because I could almost go through the whole track list and compare it to a great song that already existed that it sounded like he was trying to recreate. So to me, it felt like, I don't want to use lazy because that's unfair, very unfair. But it felt like, it almost felt like a Tory Lanez album. Like when Tory tries to do Drake all the time. It felt like Tory picked Drake beats and tried to rap and sing like Drake, which he always used to do. And again, when Tory did it, it wasn't bad. And in Drake doing it here, it's not bad at all, but I can only compare him to him in that sense. It missed the mark of all the greatness that he did. And I'm one of those people that, don't go, the Hove line, if you want my old albums, buy them type shit. But in this sense, yeah, because you're trying to recreate the shit you already did so well.
So you're saying that you don't feel like he raised the bar with this album at all?
I don't think he raised the bar in his catalog at all.
Okay.
Is it great music? Yeah. Am I going to listen to this again? Of course. Am I going to play this around other people? Of fucking course.
Right. You just saying you're ready for Drake to push the bar higher on himself, is what you're saying.
Yes. Okay. But all right, look at it from the other side of the coin too. Drake doesn't need to. I feel like everything Drake has been talking about the past few years has kind of been a numbers game. Number one in everything. You can't fuck with me. Your chicks listen to my music. There's literally no one on earth that can do it. So yeah, don't fix something that's not broken, but in music, you should try to push some shit forward, especially if you're one of the greats, period. This to me is like, I could see them in the studio going, all right, we loved Lord Knows. Let's try to give them You Only Live Twice and try to recreate it. Do I love that record? Of course. It's one of my favorite on there. But a lot of this shit just feels like they were trying to recreate the past. And on top of that, you're a little older.
Right.
Some of that shit's probably not going to hit the same because I don't know if you're living it the same way you were before. Drake is 30. What we say was 34? Drake is 34 years old, but I think Drake is an older 34-year-old because he has lived a lot of life.
Yeah, he's seen a lot.
He's lived a shit ton of life. The fucking 21-year-old Drake could have wrote this shit. I'm not asking him to give me a mature fucking album. I'm not at all. Like, I'm not saying, yo, I come on, give me your 444. I don't want that from him. It's not what I'm asking. But when I know the 22-year-old, 21-year-old could have wrote a lot of this outside of being number one in the entire world, yeah, I think it's a step back. I don't think it's a step forward in your career.
So for you, it's the content.
It's the content. It's the production too. 40 to me, is probably in the top 3 or 4 best vocal sample pickers in hip hop ever, to me. My personal taste. I feel like 40 was bored on this album. And I love the vocal. It's 40, so the beats are going to sound incredible. The mixes are going to sound incredible. The beat changes are going to sound incredible. But is 40 bored? It's more the same.
Okay, so you saying that you just were expecting a better sound as far as production, a better sound as far as content. You don't feel like Drake taught you anything that he hasn't here, or told you anything that he hasn't already told you before.
Drake is one of the best reflectors, if you will, in rap to me ever. As far as how he can articulate real rap records of reflecting on things that have happened throughout his life, throughout the past year, current shit, and do it in such a clear way. Drake is the best at that. I didn't learn anything from this album besides he still hates Kanye.
Okay.
Even the records I run to, because I like the deeper, if you will, type of Drake records. I like the rap, and I'm not going to say just the Time records, because he's Do Not Disturb is not a Time record either. But those type of records is my favorite shit. On these, of course, they're great, but they haven't really evolved.
Right.
I'm never gonna tell. Well, yes, I will, because I'm a fan of music, and unfortunately, art is to be dissected and it's to be critiqued. It just is what it is. I'm not here to be mean or disrespectful or anything like that. I'm just here to critique it. As a fan, and my opinion shouldn't fucking matter, because plenty of people like this shit. I would have loved to hear what the past 2 or 3 years have been with your child. Outside of, I think it's great that you and your girl are the great co-parents. I think that's amazing. But that line, and damn, I really wasn't expecting to have a child. I need a little bit more than that in the evolution of Drake. I've heard you talk about hoes forever. You're the best at talking about hoes. I've related to every hoe line you've ever said. I've wanted to put it up as my caption, but I have too much fucking pride to do so. I've almost texted chicks your lyrics, but out of pride, I didn't. I relate to you on the hoe talk, even the relationship talk, the mother-father talk. I've loved that he does talking about your parents better than anybody too. Like, I love that about Drake. I didn't get it at all on this album. And we watched so many things happen besides Kanye fucking West happen to him. And I just don't think I'd learned anything here. And that's a big thing for me with artists ask, and again, I'm not trying to sound like I know what the fuck it takes to create music like that, but artists, of course, ask you advice, me advice, everyone advice.
Right.
Usually my biggest critique to people when they send me an album is, I didn't learn anything about you. I don't know anything about you on this. I can't really connect to you on certain things because you didn't really tell me about yourself. But
why do you see, and that's where I think I'm different at, because I really don't like, and listening to albums a lot, I really don't care if I learn about the artist or if the artist tells me like deep, intricate stories about themselves. Like, I'm just here for like good music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't dissect it to the point where I'm like, oh, he didn't tell me like what his life has been like and what's been going on. Like, that's cool on certain tracks, if you want to give us a glimpse of that. But to me, it's just entertainment. Like, I don't really expect that. Now, if the artist wants to give me that, okay, cool. But if they don't give me that, that doesn't mean that the album isn't good to me.
So I agree with you with a lot of artists. Drake is not one of them. Drake is a very personal artist. We know everything about him because he's told us. That's why people connected to Drake so much, because for so much of his career, he's been that regular, kind of relatable guy. Like, if he talked about a lot of regular shit, like not everyone is a street dude.
Right.
So there was a lot of shit that he was talking about. I was like, damn, all right. Yeah, I've been through that type of relationship. I've fucked with that type of chick. Oh, I have that type of relationship with my father. I have that type of relationship with my mother. Oh, I understand that struggle of that type of come up. That's really why I think a lot of people related to Drake, because he was so vulnerable and said a bunch of shit that we could relate to. We connected to him in that capacity. Yeah. Him and Kanye are actually probably the two best artists that can do introspective shit on party records. Drake will give you introspective bars on a party record.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. Yeah. I don't need to know everything about every artist. You don't need to give me that deep dive shit. With Drake, Yeah,
You just you expected more.
As a big Drake fan, I need that type of shit from you all the time. And he did give some. I just think so much has happened, and you know what? Maybe he's not ready to talk about the kid thing. Maybe he's not ready to really talk about certain things that are happening in his life, and that, of course, is his, his choice. And who am I to ever force someone to tell me about their entire life?
Right.
I've just seen him do it his whole career. So it's interesting now that we get to this point of you're a decade in or more, and you chose to stop doing it. Usually artists get older and give us more of it, not less of it, not more of like kid talk that's on here. It's a lot of hoes. And granted, we all 34 years old. That doesn't mean you can't get into it with the hoes. And I always want to hear Drake talk about that type of stuff. Just balance it out a little bit more for me.
Okay, no, I get it. So let's run through the album real quick. Let's run through the tracks. We all have crowned Drake probably the king of intros at this point.
He's definitely up there.
Right. So how do we feel about Champagne Poetry?
I like it. I liked how 40 did that vocal sample. I did enjoy the intro. I don't know if it set the tone where I was like, oh fuck, what is about to come? But I really enjoyed it. It's probably the one I go back to the most.
I like it. I think he had some interesting bars on there. I love the track. I love the beat. So for me, that was a win. Poppy's Home.
What a fucking waste of an amazing beat. It's great for the first listen.
Yo, what's in your cup? May I ask? Is that water? Never mind.
Listen,
no.
Can we be honest about albums anymore?
No, absolutely. I'm just trying to gauge my boy and see where you at. That's all.
And people think Drake and I have some type. We don't.
No. Drake.
Every time we see each other, it's fine. It's love. It's everything.
No, absolutely.
And he knows that I'm just sitting here critiquing an album because I'm a huge fan. Not shitting on him being disrespectful.
I'm just fucking with you.
He is a legend. He is a GOAT. I agree with him in that Kanye line of "You've slid down to number 3."
Oh, I mean. Yeah,
I agree from his perspective.
We gonna get to that. We gonna get to all of that in a minute.
Wow.
But let's go to.
And I'm saying he said it in recent times. Yes, it looked like Kanye was quiet for a while.
No. Let's not even get into that.
We'll get there. Poppy's Home.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was cool. I just don't know the replay value. I don't know the replay value of harmonizing Daddy's Home that I would just go back to. And he was right in it. These are his kids. Talk your shit on it.
Yeah.
But that beat, I feel like Drake could have spazzed on. That beat is fucking insane. So to just have you kind of get your joke off on that one, I didn't like. I don't hate the content. I hate it on that beat.
Okay, got you.
Like just Daddy's Home. Like I can't be in my car. Like it was cool the first listen. I laughed. I was like, oh, he's right. Then he got Nicki. I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And that was great he got Nicki because Nicki needed to say that. I'm going to go get y'all mom. These chicks, Nicki is your mom.
I've been trying to say that and they call me a bar, but whatever.
No,
I'm a bar. Don't call me one. I know I'm a bar. Just like I know I'm a black man, but don't call me a black man. I know I'm a black man. Poppy's Home for me was I liked it. I thought it was a good record. I just like to hear good raps, good lyrics, good beats. That's it, simple. As long as you rapping, you getting your shit off, you saying some slick shit, your flow, your cadence.
Did you sing along to Daddy's Home?
No, I can't sing that.
Okay.
You would never hear me saying Daddy's Home.
All these homes.
Yeah, no, you would never hear me saying that. But to me, it was a good song.
You see, you ignored that, right?
I wouldn't skip it. Like if it comes on, I'm not skipping that. I'm not skipping that track if it comes on.
Who produced that? Did 40 do that one?
It is.
Because to me, that sounds like if 40's not bored on that one. That beat was so good. I just didn't need him to talk to his kids on, or talk to your kids, but just don't use that as the hook.
You don't like Daddy's Home. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Oriomi, Super Mario, Jarrell Young, and Mark Borino.
Well, y'all smoked that beat. That beat.
Yeah, that's
great.
what I'm saying. The raps was good. The beat was good.
It's Drake. The raps are going to be good.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's hard for me not to like I don't look at none of these artists for like super deep introspective shit from their lives like that.
Wait, I didn't say he needed to do.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying you say that.
I actually wouldn't want him to on that record.
No, I'm not saying you said that. I'm saying in general. I don't really like. To me, this is all entertainment. Like I don't really, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for much other than rap good, Give me some flows. Give me a good beat. Talk some slick shit. Say some witty shit in your bars. And to me, I'm satisfied after that. I don't really need much after that. Girls want girls. Now, this is one we was talking about when we walked in today. You were saying that you didn't particularly care for this track that much. This
would have been a great leak.
Okay.
This is cool as a leak to me.
A leak that doesn't make it on the album?
Yes.
Okay.
I think, all right, maybe I need to hear it in the setting where girls are liking girls, and I could really fuck with it that way. Listen, and Drake does that a lot with me where I will dislike a song when I first hear it on the album, and I'll hear it in a setting 4 months later. I'm like, all right, I get it.
I think this is going to be one of those ones for you.
I just initially after that, again, it felt like an incomplete song. That's why I said I like it as a leak. Like I like the hook is cool. Girls like girls. I'm from like cool. People can sing that in the club. They can sing it anywhere. He was just taking Paul. It felt like an incomplete record that he just sent to Lil Baby, and then was like, well, fuck it. This is done.
Okay. I liked it.
Do you feel like you're a lesbian?
No, I don't feel like I'm a lesbian, but I like the record.
Will you sing?
I like lesbians.
Will you say when this comes on? Will you sing along to the "You're a lesbian" part, or will you just get quiet? Like the way I edit with the N word.
Nah, you got to know
that with the lesbian part.
That's when you take a sip of whatever you got in your head. When that part come on, you take a sip real quick.
Oh, that's
and then you get back into your shit.
That's so funny you said. People wonder why I get so drunk when we're out. It's because when I listen to the music that's on, I want to rap along to it, but there's so many N words.
Yeah. You got to sip. Yeah, see, you know how to do exactly. So when certain bars come on that you can't say, you just sip real quick.
Give him one of these.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Once you do this and
lesbians.
sip, like you good after that.
Well, great for a LGBTQ song.
Yeah, I hope they have a video for this because this is gonna be a really great video.
That has to go on Pornhub though. Don't put that on Vivo.
Yeah, no, give me like a real video for that. Shout out to Sukihana. Is that her name? Sukihana? Sukihana? Is that her name? Sukihana. I want to say her name right. Because she's restoring the feelings with that video. What is the name of that video? She's restoring the feeling.
Pussy everywhere.
Pussy everywhere.
Oh, the one y'all showed me last
Isn't
week.
that where we
Sukihana. I want to say that I love you for that video. You restoring the feeling, restoring the vibes. That gave me that's tip drill times 100. So I shout out to you because I like what you did with that video. That was really dope.
Since I'm gonna sound like a hater with everything today, the video was great, but there wasn't very much pussy.
Well, you gotta.
I saw a lot of titties and ass.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she has the other version.
It's a lot of pussy covered here.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm pretty sure if you go on like Spank Bang or something like that.
Spank Bang.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
She'll have the unedited version up there. But shout out to Sukihana. That was really dope.
In the Bible.
In the Bible. Next record.
In the Bible. Damn, I can't hear it. I gotta.
Yeah, because it was forgettable. That's
No. Wow. It's just that I'm terrible with song titles, but I know the song when I hear it.
Drake's verse was good. Didn't mind it. Again, more of the same as far as production goes. Dirk, super unnecessary on it. Cut Dirk's verse off.
Oh, this is the one where Dirk shouted out his girls.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
That's fire. I love that Dirk did that. That's goals, or whatever the fuck y'all say. But don't waste Giveon.
He wasted Giveon to you on this one. Okay.
I loved Giveon's verse. It was too short. That should have been Drake featuring Giveon if we're going to go this route on In the Bible. Because Drake was talking that shit on this verse. I fucked with his verse. You got to let Giveon go crazy for like a 32. Don't put two features on this. Make this the Drake and Giveon record.
I do remember, I didn't like Dirk left. He had I think 2 more bars he just left at the end of his verse where he could have got off and it was kind of like just empty bars.
A lot of things felt incomplete on this album.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I felt like Dirk could have got his shit off for 2 or 4 more bars on that actually. But yeah, I'm cool. I mean, it's not one of the standouts to me, but I'm not mad at it. I don't know if I'll play it as much as I would play Girls Want Girls.
I just feel like you got to surround a song around Giveon. Not just plug and play like, let me just put Giveon on this third verse. Like, all right, I got this. Let's pack this one up with the popular features.
Okay.
Or let's try to put Dirk on something different, which I am cool with, but just not with a Giveon record. I need just the Drake and Giveon. I know they did the freestyle joint, but the R&B side of them too, y'all two got to cook for a minute.
I wish it was just a hook. Just like Chicago Freestyle.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That would have been nice.
Okay. All right. What about Love All?
best song on the album.
Okay.
I like this record a lot when it leaked about a year and a half ago.
I played this record a lot.
This was one of my favorites out of the leak. I commend Drake. I would have never thought Hove should go on this, and good call.
Great call. I didn't expect to hear this on an album actually because it had leaked so long ago. I thought he would scrap it, but I love this record. And like you said, adding Jay to it was like, oh shit, okay. Because
I went like, did I go straight to the J one? I think I did go straight to the J one. And when it started to play, I was like, wait, he put Hove on this? And I was skeptical, but no, it really worked out, and I think Hove smoked it. I won't ask the questions because I know you're. That's family shit, but he was talking to Dame.
No, he wasn't.
All right, cool.
Dame, you think Dame tried to kill Jay?
No, I don't. But there were some bars in there.
Oh, I mean,
there were some bars in
maybe.
There. No, not the whole verse is not about Dame.
Maybe. But I think that was Jay just getting in his artistic bag and just painting a picture of, y'all still cool with dudes that I don't fuck with, and this is why you think we not friends, because you cool with dudes that I don't fuck with. And
sometimes you have to take everything literal.
Yeah, no.
I don't think Jay was also
I don't think anybody's trying to kill Jay.
Kill him. Yeah, people were still chilling with him.
Yeah.
People can try to kill you in other ways.
Absolutely.
But great.
Yeah, I love the record. I love the record.
That's more so the Hove I would have liked on the Donda thing.
Okay.
That didn't feel rushed. Felt like he was really cared about what he was saying. And I know that one stung to Ye.
Yeah.
Damn. He gave my rival the better.
Well,
version.
I mean, in all fairness, Jay probably had more time.
That's true, but
with this record,
but they rushed it for the first listening. Jay could have had 3 or 4 weeks for the final Donda one.
That is
cool.
true.
That could have been the snippet,
right?
But I don't know. Neither here nor there. I do love that record. That record's really good. It was one of my favorites from the league.
Okay.
Fair Trade, Travis Scott.
No.
Cool. No, it's cool. It's cool. It's a cool Drake record.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know. We haven't spoke about this, so this is all real time for me. Like I haven't asked you anything about the album.
It's cool. Again, it would have been a cool leak to me. It's all right. From Drake standards and Travis Scott standards and Drake and Travis Scott together standards. And I want to make sure I'm not holding every artist that they have to go to their best material. I'm not holding Nas to Illmatic.
Right.
I'm not holding Jay to Reasonable Doubt. I'm not holding Drake to Take Care. Nothing saying whatever one you think is the best. It's just kind of like, all right, cool, whatever. That one, if you just let the album play and we're at a kickback, I probably like it.
You're not mad at it coming on?
Yeah, but it's just,
I feel the same way. I'm not mad at that.
Whatever.
Right. I'm not mad at it. I don't think I would rush to play it, but I'm not mad at it.
Way Too Sexy. I'll be honest with you. On my way down to Philly is when I gave this a first full listen on Friday morning, whenever the fuck it was. I almost went in the carpool lane and flipped my Mazda over on purpose.
Nah, you can't flip the Mozzie, man. Don't flip the Mozzie. You need the Mozzie, man. Don't flip the Mozzie, man.
I was almost sick to my stomach when that sample came on. And then when the song came on, I was like, it was the first time I've ever said, all right, this is a garbage song by Drake. But I was out in Philly all weekend. And they did not stop fucking playing it. So I don't know if I've been brainwashed.
No.
Or I just hated the sample when I first heard it.
No. Be clear.
Because then I started kind of shaking my hips a little bit.
No. Be clear. They're going to make you like this record.
Oh, no, they've already made me like it.
They're going to make you. I don't like it, but I know they're going to make me like it.
I kind of wish.
Like, I'm never going to say I'm way too sexy. Like, that's just, I would never say that.
You don't think you're a bad bitch?
No, I do not think I'm a bad bitch.
It's the first men feeling ourselves record.
This is the male version of WAP.
Wow.
Yo.
Yeah.
This is you know what I mean? This is the male version of WAP.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, I seen the video. They're having fun. It's like you said, a parody. Like,
Yes.
they're not too cool to make jokes and laugh at themselves.
Of course.
And I get that whole part. That to me, I'm not mad at that. I think that was great. But if you ask me, would I play this in the car, in the crib? And no, I wouldn't.
And ironically, this was the only song I heard from the album outside so far, and I heard it 10,000 fucking times in Philadelphia.
Oh no, they're gonna make me like it,
and it works.
No,
Like,
they're gonna
really fucking
listen. The girls love this record.
No, the fellas was going crazy.
Really?
This record.
I went to a club in Philly on
Ed, and you
Saturday
DJ.
night.
Have you spun this at your set on your set yet?
Every single hour, someone asked me for this fucking song.
Really?
Every single hour, all dudes.
How do you feel about it?
It's good.
You like it?
It's a good track.
All right, how
It's a
do you
cool track.
feel? How do you feel about men coming up to you to request a song,
I was not surprised whatsoever.
and then that song?
Yeah, I don't know about way too sexy. I just can't because I can't sing the hook. I can't be like I'm way too sexy for this hoodie, way too sexy for this Supreme, way too sexy. I can't say that.
No, you can't.
Right? Yeah, I just can't get it off. And I'm not sexy, so maybe that's why I don't like it. So I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure someone finds you sexy.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, they're probably not sexy if they find me sexy. So
Well, if they decide on a TikTok dance, will you do it for this one?
I've never done a TikTok dance in my life, Rory. I don't think I'm going to start here. But
I do want to backtrack to men coming up to Eden to request a song.
That's crazy.
We have to add this because men can never have fun, and we judge men for everything they do. I'm still adding this to the list. As a man, you can't go up to the DJ and request a song. I
I'll
don't
be
care.
like, yo, can you play that? They wouldn't say, can you play Way Too Sexy? They'd be like, can you play that new Drake? And I already knew it was way too sexy.
Oh, you already knew that they was
I
talking about way
already
too
knew they
sexy.
were asking for way too
Okay,
sexy. Yeah.
so you didn't think about
Nope.
Love All?
Nope.
You didn't-
The one that the music video dropped that same day, that's what they wanted.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. It's like you said, the parody thing, that they're having fun. They're not afraid to laugh at themselves and have a great time. Like, I get that part, but I'm just talking about the music. I just can't. I can't play this and get jiggy to this. I just can't. It's just not my vibe.
You can watch from a distance and.
Oh no! If it comes on, I'm not mad. And if I'm in the spot and it comes on, like, because I
works,
know
man.
I already know what it's going to do in the spot. I'm just saying, me personally, I just can't.
Can you bop your head to it?
Can I bob my head to it? Oh yeah, I'll bob my head to it.
Can you swing your hips to it?
What?
Hips, no. Hips are off limits when Way Too Sexy comes on.
Hips
for me.
don't lie though.
Yeah.
Once I get past the sample in the beginning, like if I could forget that part, if they could like Men in Black hit me with the forgetful thing halfway through the song, I like it a lot.
Okay.
Like Future, I like Future's verse is great. But it's still coming off the heels of that sample.
Listen, Drake has Kawhi Leonard
Like, what's
dancing. Like if Kawhi Leonard can start dancing, you know what? Let me rethink this. If Kawhi Leonard can dance, maybe I should be dancing because Kawhi doesn't do any. Kawhi doesn't even talk.
Why doesn't talk?
Yeah, he doesn't even speak. So for him to be dancing the Way Too Sexy, it's like you know what this is about. They're just having fun. They're not taking themselves seriously, obviously. So I think it's gonna do exactly what they intended it for it to do.
Kawhi in this video is me at the club. I'm just awkward. I'm not quite sure what I should be doing.
Yeah, like look at the ladies spraying water mist on themselves. Like you get it. You know what this is about. Just having fun. I get it. I understood it. As soon as I saw the video, I understood where they were going with it. I understood that.
We'll go quick because I'm sure people are like, why are you going through every single record? TSU was off the leaks from a year ago. I ran this one into the ground too already.
Love it.
Yeah, it's cool. I fuck with it. Again, wouldn't have minded just be a leak, but not mad at it. Into Deep, another cool record. Whatever,
Not mad at it.
Whatever. Pipe Down. Now,
Love it.
if you're gonna give me more of the same,
More of pipes?
hey yo,
Okay.
hey yo, if you're gonna give me more of the same sound that you've given me before on an album,
Let it be this.
give me 12 of these.
Okay.
Like this sounds like, all right, I know my sound, I know what works, I know what my core fan base, which is fucking the world, is gonna love. This just feels a little stepped up. Feel like there was more care put into the traditional sound of Drake in Pipe Down. It was more into the lyrics, the point of view, the production. Like Pipe Down to me is trying to take that traditional regular sound a little bit further.
Okay. I like Pipe Down.
Love
Pause.
Pipe Down. Yebba's Heartbreak, phenomenal. Wish it was longer.
I was expecting Drake to have some bars on with Yebba singing, but okay, I love the
Really good.
interlude is what they call it, I guess.
Yeah, wish it was a little longer, but incredible. No Friends in the Industry. I've heard that record a million times from Drake. I'm cool. Knife
Really?
Talk. I've heard No Friends in the Industry plenty of times from Drake.
Okay.
I can go back to the other ones that are
No, listen,
really
I got
good.
it.
I go listen to Energy.
I hear you. I hear you.
Knife Talk, 21 Savage, Project Pat. I don't know if I'm the one that should be even commenting on that record. Maybe
I mean, I'm cool either way.
7 a.m. on The Bridal Path.
Love it.
It's really, really good.
Anytime Drake tells us what time he was on anywhere in the world,
Where's The Bridal Path?
I don't.
I'm poor, so is that like
I
a
don't
place
know. I don't know what Bridal Path is.
in Yugoslavia that I'm not aware, or was he
It is in Toronto.
walking on a bridal path?
Is it in Toronto?
Upscale residential. Oh,
There you go.
his house.
Oh, that's
his
where he lives
house.
at. Okay.
Okay, 7 a.m. at his house.
7 a.m. at home.
At the crib.
Yeah, 7 a.m. at the house. Okay.
And I like that. Kanye already put your address out. All right, 7 a.m. You know where it is.
Yeah. But whenever Drake gives us the timestamp,
Of course, it's always gonna be.
I think he every time he gives us a timestamp, we love that record.
And I'm gonna sound more like a hater. I really like it.
But you had it already.
He can continue to give me these types of records. I didn't need a lot of that focus to be on Kanye West. I think Drake and Kanye think we care about Drake and Kanye now. And I'm not talking about just me. I'm talking about the rest of the world. Of course, we're going to watch because we're all messy. So we're going to click it.
Right.
Nobody cares but you two now.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
please let this be the end. No,
It's not, but
you
we're
guys
gonna-
are two
It's not, but
amazing
we're gonna talk
artists.
about
Go
that.
make music.
Yeah, it's not, but we're gonna talk about that. What was the next track?
Race, my mind.
Love it. I feel like this could have been a Majid Jordan record.
Yeah, this was my favorite leak that came out.
Yeah, I love
I'm
this
glad he
record.
added the second part to it.
I love this record. Fountains.
Fountains, I have it before. I have it.
I like it.
I like it, but I have it.
Get Along Better. I love it.
Glad it's just him and Ty.
Yeah.
I think that there needs to be more of that on the album with the features. No double features, just you and the other artist.
Love it. You Only Live Twice. I'm not mad anytime
love it.
Wayne Ross and Drake get to just get bars off.
Wayne Spaz, Ross, it feels a little dated. Like some of this had been done and they just
Yeah,
added.
it sounds familiar.
But shout out to Bink. It's a great Bink beat.
I Miss You Too.
I felt
Cudi.
like this was a spite just to Kanye.
I like it
And
though.
It's cool.
Like the
but
record. Fucking Fans.
I like the rap part of it.
Yeah.
It was cool. Not mad at that one. And then the Remorse again. I love it, but I think he could have went further and a little bit deeper on it.
Okay.
I've said this about certain Drake songs before, and
Yeah.
I don't want to say full albums, but he does have a way of down the line. You're like, shit was pretty good. I was wrong, but I don't know. This one to me, I don't feel like.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at. I just, again, I hate to, we only lived with it for a week or not even a full week yet. And that's unfair to artists a lot of the times because they take so long to put this art together and, put it out to the world, and we take not even a day sometimes and people start tearing it down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I just, just off of listening to the music, to the sound and the content and, just, what was presented, I don't see how people are not enjoying it. You know what I mean? Like it's good music at the end of the day. Like that's all I really care about receiving from artists that I like is just give me good music. And I think that this album has really good music on it. So,
well, I mean, I think how he ended the album with "When You're Winning, Nobody's Praying for You" on a deeper level of where he is in his career.
Mm-hmm.
You get less leeway when you're as great as he is, or once you. Reach that status.
No,
we have high expectations.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I get that. And that's, that's
myself included.
Yeah,
I
that's
have high expectations for you.
That's right. And that's a great position to be in because that means that people have championed you for a long time and they put you on this pedestal, so they expect greatness from you. I understand those things. Again, I'm just not, after only 5-6 days with it, I can't, I just don't understand how people are not enjoying just good music. A lot of the times you get a lot of these albums and when it's not good music. You're like, oh, this is not, I think that this is just something that people were expecting a different sound maybe.
Yeah.
They were expecting like I said, more R&B heavy Drake. And I don't think that since they didn't get that, they're disappointed. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the music on the album. And again, we got more time to live with it. We need to hear it in different settings. I think that's important too. Once we get around different people and start to hear it, like I said, the Way Too Sexy record, I know they're gonna push on me. I know that already. I can't even
You're
fight
gonna feel
it.
sexy.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my hips to it. Sooner or later, I'm gonna move my hips to it. I know that. But
You think you'll
man.
get dressed to that record?
Excuse me?
When you're trying to put your fit together to go out at night, like you think you might throw that one on?
No. We're gonna skip that. Yeah.
What is some of your like, let me get dressed before I go out type of record you throw on in the crib when you laying out the fit on the bed, trying to match the
Honestly?
sneaks to the hat?
I need to hear some boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Give me some West. Give me some West Side. Give me some Benny. Give me some Conway, man.
You want to feel like a drug dealer?
Yeah, I want to get dressed minus the gun. I want to leave the gun in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I want to, that's the type of shit I like getting dressed to. Like I like that real hardcore hip hop shit when I'm getting dressed. On my way to the spot. Oh nah, give me some Race My Mind. Give me shit like that. You know, actually, no, Race My Mind is leaving the spot.
Absolutely.
That's leaving the spot.
Yeah.
On my way to the spot, listen, way too sexy. Throw it on. Throw it on, Rory. Fuck it. We going to the club. Throw it on.
There better be girls in the car.
Oh, no, for sure. There's always women in the car.
If you and I just headed down the west side.
Listen, I try not to throw that in there. I thought you would just assume that we had women in the car with us.
But I'm for the sake of the listeners.
Okay, yeah, no. We definitely have women in the car. For sure. Yeah. For sure.
Well, we shall see. But I want to stay music. This is going to be a music podcast today. Sorry for the people that don't particularly care for music or what's going on now.
You know, whoever feels a way about us breaking down music, I mean, listen, y'all hate when we don't. So this is, listen, two of the biggest acts in the world drop finally after playing chicken and mouse with each other for like 2 months. They finally gave us 2 years. They finally gave us the art. They finally gave it to the world. So yeah, this is what we have to do. We have to sit and we have to talk about it together as a community and as fans of the art. We have to. Yeah. This is what we have to do. So this is what we're doing today.
Staying on music.
These niggas got to fight, man.
No, they don't.
No, I'm joking.
They don't need to fight.
By Triller?
And I'm taking Drake in that fight.
Wow.
Not important. Let's not promote violence. They should piece it up.
No, they shouldn't.
They should be good Christians and good Jewish people.
No, in all seriousness, it's getting a little as consumers and as fans of both of these gentlemen, it's just a little weird now.
They can disagree on who the Son of God is, but let's agree on artistry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like let that be the only disagreement that these two ever have.
Yeah, they can exist together, and we can have Donda and we can have Certified Lover Boy and enjoy both just as equal as we do anybody else that drops. Although I did love the fact that whole competition thing, I love the competitiveness of it though. I love the who's gonna drop, who's not. But I think that this is a lot more personal than we know.
It is, and I think that's why
that's why it's weird to me now.
Fucking digging this shit into the ground.
Yeah.
Just beating us over the head with all this shit.
Because
it's personal to them and we don't care.
Yeah, and it's not only that, we didn't get a great piece of art because of it. You know, the Life of the Party record.
Yo, and on top of that Poppy's Home beat, I'm sorry to go back. That Poppy's Home beat, take all Drake's concept out of that. Kanye West and Drake on that beat would have been insane.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah. I can hear it.
That would have been a special type of record on that type of beat.
I can hear it.
But
the fact that he put Cudi on the album and Cudi was one of the he caught some shots on Two Birds, One Stone, right?
Yeah, they had some disagreements.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, listen, man, I understand. Listen, and I can only assume what this is about when there's two of the biggest artists. It can only be two things that this beef is about, first and foremost. To me, as far as I'm concerned, I won't say what, but it's only two things that this could be about.
Women.
And if it is, just like, come on, man, put that shit, you know what I mean? Like, let's get past that shit and just get back to the art, man.
Listen, man.
But Life of the Party.
So, because of this beef, we got an amazing record. Mm-hmm. But I still think on both behalves, Kanye and Drake, that was one of the cornier things I've seen them do. On two behalves. We'll break down the verse in a second. But I don't understand how you guys hear that 3 Stacks verse. Drake, who we know is extremely close with his mother. Mm-hmm. Kanye, who we know has lost his mother. And heard that type of pain come from somebody's mouth to then say, let's add this as a chess piece in our corny beef that everyone in the world but us two are over. Mm-hmm. And when Kanye hears that verse, says, I'm doing a Donda album. He's speaking to my mother, to his dead mother. And then I'm going to go and rap about a Drake beef. I think they're both corny and used Andre 3000's pain for their bullshit.
It was just classless. It was bad. They didn't read Kanye didn't read the room.
Nor did Drake.
Well, I mean,
I don't know that Drake was the one that was behind leaking it, but
yeah, no. So that's why I can't say that.
But I've read things that are wrong. So
yeah, that's why I can't say it because I don't know who leaked it. I don't know who was behind leaking it. I'm just saying, as far as just the energy around it, it was just a missed opportunity for the fans to receive this record, even though we received it as a leak. But you know what I mean. Like I would have loved for this record to be on the actual album. Mm-hmm. I think Andre 3000 reminded us why he's been held as one of the greatest rappers, artists that we have in our culture. Because whenever he decides to, pop out and give us some art. It's always something that we just enjoy and love, and it hits us in a different way. This was really special though. This was like a real special verse. Real heartfelt, a lot of emotion. Just the way he was talking to Kanye's mom who passed about his own mother that passed, and saying if you see her, tell her these things and tell her I just need a sign. And just show me something to let me know she's still with me. You know what I mean? Like I thought that was real special. And he addressed a lot of things. People saying he was weird and he was high all these years, and he was kind of like, and he was like, no, I wasn't even smoking all those years. I was chilling. I just thought that it was classic. It was a classic way for Andre 3000 to show us that he hears a lot of the shit that people says about him, and he reads a lot of the things that people, post about him, but he's just like, listen, I'm living my life on my terms. I don't subscribe to a lot of the things that the world subscribes to these days. I walk around playing a flute. You catch me in the airport playing a flute. I told you, I saw Andre 3000 standing on 34th Street by the old Victoria's Secret store, just standing on the corner.
Everyone in New York City has met him in some.
Yeah, I'm just
but me.
It was almost like a double take. Like, yo, is that 3 stacks? Like, and he was just standing there. He was like, yo, what's up, man? I was like, oh, okay. But that's why he's one of the special artists that we have, because he does things and he on his terms. You know what I mean? He's not and it's refreshing to see people still carry themselves in a way where they don't get pulled into a lot of the bullshit, which is why this was kind of corny to me, because in a weird way you pulled 3000 into some bullshit. And you know what I mean? And it was like, that to me was the unfortunate part. Like, he's not about none of this shit, and here y'all go putting him in the middle of some shit, and it's just like, fam, I don't want to have anything to do with any of this shit. You asked me for a verse, I gave you a verse, and now I'm smack dead in the middle of some shit that I know nothing about and don't care about.
You could see it in his response, which Andre 3000 does not reply to things,
right?
Especially off of a verse, off a record, in the public, put out a public statement. He doesn't do that. So you can see his hurt in, hey, listen, I've never lost a parent. It's one of my biggest fucking fears. And then to have to talk about it to the world is just something I couldn't even fathom.
Right.
So for him to do that and have those conversations with Kanye about this being a concept of losing our mothers, to then hear Kanye's verse that wasn't about that, and then to have the person he was talking about leak his pain that, he would probably like a say in how it's going to be released.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I can feel how annoying that is. But I do want to get a little nerdy and get into this verse. This is the first verse, I think, in I don't know how many years that like literally made me choke up.
Well, it was, because it was, it was, you could hear it in his it would, see, Andre 3000 to me is, because he just understands it. He's one of those dudes that just, even in his tone on the record, even in his emotion, his approach, everything was really, really just, it felt like this was something that he said to himself in the privacy of his own home, and speaking to his mom and praying and stuff like that. That's what it felt like to me. This felt like something that he said, alone to his mom.
Thoughts of grieving.
Yeah, like it's
grieving in real time.
Right, and it's kind of like, that's what bothered me the most about this leaking, was because it was so intimate and it was so personal that I felt like it was given to us the wrong way. And I was like, this was a missed opportunity, one, but it just wasn't. You don't get the full art of it because it was given to us the wrong way. You know what I mean? And that's why I was like, damn, like it's Andre 3000, amazing verse, but it was just so special, to be on Donda, and it's unfortunate because it fell into some bullshit. It fell into the middle of some bickering and some quote unquote beef, and this is not what this is about. This puts all of that shit to the side. This verse put life into perspective. You know what I mean? Like, we can beef and bicker all we want, but this is what life is.
Yeah.
This is the seriousness of life. This is how delicate life is. This is how fragile life is. And it was just a real intimate, private, personal, heartfelt, emotional verse that I think just stumbled into unnecessary drama. And, again,
I want to get into the concept of the verse. I know, of course,
So the concept of it?
the concept of
Okay.
3000's verse of telling this to Donda. Of course, the obvious Donda album. Kanye's mother passed too. Talking to Miss Donda.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me. Do you have like that elder, like that other mother that you talk to about your family? Because I don't care how close you and your mother are. There are certain things that you just don't talk about that you would like to talk about, but there's still that mother-son component there. We're not friends.
Right.
And we are still family, and things just, certain things I just can't tell you. Like,
Right.
for example, my friend Raven, her mother, we talk a lot. I talk to her a lot about certain things I can't say to my mom, certain things from my childhood I can't say to my mom that I would like to, but it's probably not the right place or time to do so. But they are things you need to say, and you can only really say them to a mother. Like, I could talk to my friends all day about certain shit, but you can only talk to a mother sometimes about motherly shit. So just that concept of talking to another mother about all the shit you have kind of had in your head about your mother's life, your family's life, is such an incredible concept to me to begin with. And I don't care that I'm nerding out on this type of shit. But going into that grieving process, I feel like when people die, we either immortalize them in the sense that they were the greatest human being that has ever lived, or they were a piece of shit. It's typically, I feel like, how things go when people die.
Right.
Humanizing both your parents and your experience with them after they pass, and then sharing that with the public, is some shit I couldn't even really fathom. Like, to really put that in perspective after your mother dies, because all you want to do is be like, well, she raised me. She was the greatest woman ever. But Andre 3000 has one of those rappers that can say so much in one bar and mean 1,000 fucking things. To even say, of course, if I'm doing a tribute to my mother, I want to say all the amazing things. But him adding in, I mean, I don't really miss her overstepping.
Yeah, yeah.
And we all have had that type of experience with a parent.
Yeah.
Where you feel like when people pass, there are certain things that I know we don't like to admit it because it's taboo to say, but you do have some relieving feelings in certain places.
Right.
That's they weren't a perfect person that you don't have to deal with on certain things. So to add in those little tidbits of putting your parents in a human level of saying, yeah, they was just some kids. My mother spited my father. That was wrong, but she was a hurt woman.
Right.
Does my father have shame over it? Like, going through your real childhood after they passed is some real human shit to me. It's not, yo, she was the greatest mother. She did everything for me. She struggled. I'm here because of this. Of course, we all know that story. This is a real one to me.
Yeah. And the reason why this was special was because out of all the tracks on the album, on the Donda album, I think this was the one that kind of summed up what I thought the album was going to be about when I heard the title.
Yeah.
Right? Donda, which is Kanye's mom who passed. So this was like, to me, this summed up a lot for the meaning of the album. And, you know, like you said, for two of these artists whose moms transitioned, it was just, you know, a beautiful, beautiful, intimate, honest verse. And that I, you know, again, I'm mad we didn't receive it the way we should have received it. This is kind of like, you know, spoiling a surprise party.
Yeah. And
this is what it felt like to me. It's like, damn, this would have been amazing. It's, you know, even it's still an amazing piece of art, but it's like we didn't receive it the way I think we should have.
And to even get into, like, back to the idea of things you kind of wish you could share with your mother about your childhood, of maybe intimate moments with, you know, when you had to keep that a secret because teenagers aren't really supposed to be fucking, and the church part, y'all can debate. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
But to me, that was like, damn, he probably wanted to have that conversation with his mother at one point. Because all the things that you would probably need your parent through, as far as losing your virginity, getting into that sexual experience, going through puberty and all that type of things. We're trained to hide those things from our parents. You can never really have those conversations. I think that's why a lot of times shit gets fucked up and doesn't go correctly. Right. Because you really got to hide that shit.
But that was the beautiful part about this, is because he, like you said, he was talking to Kanye's mom. Like, can you tell her? Because I don't want to tell her.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like with the Ravens mom thing, there's so much things I would love to tell my mother about my childhood, about my teenage years, but I just don't think we're there yet. We're just starting to get to that point where I can tell her certain things that happened already. So that's why that concept is so ill. And even to go deeper on that mother concept of him saying the other girl's mother knew, but she was going to let us experiment.
Right.
Remember that cool mom conversation we had a long time ago? Mm-hmm. That there was always the cool mom in the crib?
Yeah.
We did it in a joking way, but I don't think we ever got into how important the cool mom kind of is.
Yeah.
The cool mom in my neighborhood who actually came with my mom to the Maroon 5 show. Mm-hmm. She set up an environment where it was safe, but she really let everybody explore in that basement.
Yeah.
She knew what was going on down there. Mm-hmm. Nobody was leaving that fucking house. Mm-hmm. She knew who was coming in and out of that house. Mm-hmm. She knew the things that would have been needed, i.e. condoms, things like that. She would have those types of talks with people. That was, in retrospect, I used to think, that was the wildest house ever. First time I ever touched a vagina, first time I touched a titty, first time I got drunk, first time I got high, first time, I had a lot of first times in that basement.
Right.
And we always talk, that was a wild fucking place. Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't. Right. It was the safest fucking place you could have been in.
Exactly. And that's how my home was growing up. Like, my mom was the cool mom. But it's funny because as cool as my mom is and was when I was growing up, it's still a lot of things that I would never do in front of my mom.
Of course.
Like, my mom smokes weed. I have never smoked with my mom, and I don't think I ever will. Mm. It's just certain lines I just feel like I can't cross with my mom. You know what I mean? Like, even though she knows I smoke, but I can't see me sitting down smoking weed with my mom. Like, I just can't. It's still my mom. You know what I mean? Like, but she was always the cool mom. She would rather us be in the crib than to be outside doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? If y'all want to have a party, come have a party here at the house. Don't be at somebody else's crib. Y'all don't know that neighborhood, and
it's a safe place to explore when you're under this type of roof.
Exactly. But to me, that was special, man. That was special for Andre 3000 to give us a verse in that way. And like I said, with the title of the album being Donda, and this was just like, this was, to me, this completed the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because again, he just gave us a real intimate, honest, special, heartfelt, emotional, verse about his mom, and still in paying tribute to Kanye's mom as well. So it's just unfortunate that we got it the way we did. To me, I think that was unfortunate. And again, I don't know what this, it's like you said, Rory, it's weird now. It's to a weird point. I don't know what this Drake Kanye thing is about. At first it came off as competitive, which is always great. But now it's reached a point where it's like, certain things are being said, and Kanye saying certain things and Drake is saying certain things. And now it's kind of like, it's kind of like if, you see two people arguing and then you're like, yo, are they serious? Or is it still like a little just joking? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's gotten to that point now where it's like, this may be more serious than I think we thought it was at first.
I can tell by how they're both obsessing over it. But again, they're both two obsessive people.
Naturally,
both
I get it.
Both are very obsessive.
I get it. But now, like I said, it's to a point now where if it starts to affect the art, now it's a problem.
Or other people's art.
Someone
like Andre 3000 that we barely fucking
that we don't even hear from.
And then when we get to hear from him, he gets to tell us about his mother that passed.
Right. Like, now we may
Leave
not
this shit out of here.
We may not ever hear Andre 3000 for the next 6 years now.
Like, of course, I would be terrified. Even though I was so happy he said in that statement that he would love to work with Tyler, love to work with Jay, love to work Kendrick. There was a few other names. I do hope that actually does happen, and I hope people think off that to reach out to him, because I think a lot of people think, 3 Stacks don't want to fuck with me, and they don't hit him up. I think he needs to be hit up.
Well, that's good, because everybody shouldn't be hitting Andre 3000. First and foremost, like, let him say that he wants to work with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Certain artists you should never even think about.
Anybody.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, don't even play yourself. Like, you know
I think Kendrick could reach out to him.
Oh, no, absolutely.
I think Tyler could reach out to him.
Absolutely. Because Tyler is he's a 3000. He's an outcast baby. You know what I mean? You look at the art and, the way he presents himself, the aesthetics of everything. Like, you can definitely tell the influence of Andre 3000 lives in Tyler.
Yeah. But no, just this verse, and I was talking to Ninth too, from like a music standpoint. Knife was breaking down every last, outside of the obvious with voice control and his tone and how he made it so conversational. Knife was talking about the pocket he picked before the horn, and I was like, he's the fucking greatest.
No, he, like I said, he does. Andre 3000 is just, he's a very special part of our culture. He's a very special element in our culture, and again, I'm just, it's unfortunate that we just received it this way. That's all.
Of course, he was quote unquote trending when it happened. So on my IG feed, a bunch of 3 Stacks interviews came up, and an old one came up. Someone asked him like why he stopped rapping, and he was saying hip hop is hip. You got to think of the first word. It's got to be young. If not hip, what's the point? I don't know what I could really offer to the game right now.
Right.
And that made me sad, because then you get moments like this. Mm-hmm. This is an amazing offering. Yeah. Like, this works more than we've ever needed it to work. Yeah. Yes, you can continue to be who you are. You don't have to change what you did or what you want to continue to do, and still offer hip hop. Right. Like, it's only hip when you're the old dude trying to do what the young people are doing. Then you're not hip. If you're yourself and can still offer the world, hip hop is growing in age. Like, it's a very young art form. People get older. Mm-hmm. You can be old and still put out music. Absolutely. It still matter.
Absolutely. But I think it's, again, I like the way 3000 moves in the sense of he doesn't oversaturate himself. Mm. He doesn't, give too much of himself. He lives on his own terms. He moves on his own terms. If he's not inspired to, work with certain artists, he just doesn't do it. No matter how big the artist may be, he's just not going to do it. And there's something special about that. And I think that a lot of people should take a page out of, because a lot of people do oversaturate themselves. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you got to keep yourself some type of like, keep your art to yourself most of the times, and don't put so much of yourself out there, because again, like you said, you give us this art that you may feel so intimately about and so personable about, and then we tear it down in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, keep some of that shit to yourself. And I think that a lot of these artists should take a page out of Andre 3000's book as far as the way he moves. None of you are Andre 3000. Let's be clear about that.
Some of y'all need to give us more music.
Yeah, some of y'all need to give us more music. But take a page out of his book as far as the way he moves and just being inspired and being true to his art and true to himself.
Yeah, and to wrap his verse up and that topic, this was like that realization I had in my 20s that, oh my God, my parents are just 2 people. Exactly. Holy shit.
They're human.
What the fuck? Those are just 2 people that were trying to figure it the fuck out.
They were 18 at one point.
They both did bad things to each other. Absolutely. Oh my God. They're not superheroes. Holy shit.
They're not perfect.
Why did I expect them to be that? But no, this was great. And this, I think, was a perfect example of, this was like when you go to the club and you don't like to go to the club, and then a fight breaks out, and you go, this is why I don't go to the club.
This is why I don't come here. Yeah, exactly. That's perfectly put.
That's what 3 Stacks did.
Absolutely.
I came out, I got my best fit on. I don't come out. You invited me. And now, you said it was going to be my vibe.
Now
you said
I'm
it was
on my way to Central Bookings. Now I'm on my way to the bookings. Yeah.
This is why I don't come outside.
Exactly. But
I do want to ask you, do you think, that was interesting, you said the weed thing, you probably couldn't, there's certain lines you could never go over with your mother. And I'm going through that now with my mom on certain things to share and do around her. Do you think that line will ever get erased?
I don't think so, man. Like, it's just, my mom is always going to be my mom, no matter what. You know what I mean? And it's just certain levels of respect that I just will always have. Like, I try not to even curse in front of my mom. Mm-hmm. I hate that my mom listens to the podcast sometimes, because I know she hears things that sometimes I don't want her to hear. But it's just like, that's mom, man. It's just certain things that I just never, ever want to expose my mom about me. Even though, I mean, my mom knows me. She asks certain questions without asking certain questions.
And there's some things she knows already.
They know. Listen, one thing I learned, and that's why it's really crazy, is because one thing I learned about my mom is that she knows everything about me. Mm-hmm. Whether I tell her or not, like, she knows everything about me. Like, and it's just like, sometimes I decide to tell her something. She's like, I've been knew that. Like, I knew that. Like, you think you telling me something that I don't know about you? Like, I know that. I know my son. That's like, oh, okay.
My father says, I have the user manual on you.
Exactly. It perfectly.
That's what my father says to me all the time.
But again, it's just certain things I just can't. It's just my mom, man. I don't
really mean cursing or smoking weed per se. I guess I just mean certain conversations, because I've started to learn. I know we were joking about the Maroon 5 shit, and I was like, damn, I'm starting to learn more about my mom in certain settings. I'm started to have conversations about my childhood with my mom, about certain things with her and my father, and just because we've gotten to the space that she knows that I'm an adult and have reached a place mentally as an adult that we can have those types of conversations where she knows she doesn't protect me on certain things. But within that, you kind of fall into even like cooler shit you just learn about your parents that they were hiding from you.
Yeah.
just because they didn't want to look, they wanted to be a good example.
I think that's something that that's a great way of looking at it. Like, you know, and having that type of conversation, you learn things about your mom, you know, or your dad that you didn't know. Like, oh shit, like I didn't know. Like you were. It's like, yeah, you thought your mom was just your mom all her life. Like, you know, I had a life before I had you. And so it's a lot of things that I learned about my mom just in certain conversations. But again, it's just certain things that I just like, it's mom, man. I don't want to tell my mom how I was slam piecing Shorty last night. Like, even though she knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knows me. So she's like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I know. As long as you wore a condom, like, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But it's just certain lines that it's still like, oh, that's mom. I can't do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying tell her what positions you had Shorty in, but
oh no, she know me. She know her son is a freak. She know that. She know that. That's not. My mama look at me.
Then you can have some intimate conversations with your mother.
She won't blink. She won't even blink if you tell certain things like, "Oh, that. Oh, I could have been told you that." Yeah.
Nah, man. I have this idea that I want to do, not just with my mom, but with a lot of my family. And it's where podcasting kind of sparked the idea. Mm-hmm. And when my grandmother passed at the repass, I was talking to her younger sister, and she was just telling me just off the cuff stories about my grandmother that I never knew and all this. And I was like, this sounds like a podcast, but I would never release this podcast because it's our intimate family shit.
Right.
But we should make this a family podcast. Mm-hmm. It never gets released, but everyone can tell their whole story. And how ill would it be if you were 15 years old and then your father passed down a bunch of MP3s that told you your whole fucking lineage up until your great grandmother.
Right. That's fire.
So, I think if we're blessed to have our family here and we're blessed to have this technology here, it should form together.
Yeah, at some point. And so I get what you mean. In some way, we should figure out a way to do that. Yeah. And even if the family just keeps it.
Oh, no, no, I don't want to release anything.
Yeah, no.
This is just to pass on, like, from generation to generation. But
see, no, my family, Rory, somebody gonna get to one of my uncles, give him a couple hundred, like, yo, release that family pod. Okay, one of my uncles for the logo and let that shit fly, and then it's like, all right, and then now everything is out there.
Here's the difference. No one cares about my family's lineage. They might care about yours.
Nah,
so
your
maybe
family,
it's a little different.
Nah,
with
your
you
grandpa's
than it is with
built
me.
bridges and tunnels and shit. Like that's some important shit in the city, man.
All right, yes, they built the bridges, but they were only driving over them to go listen to your family make music.
That is true. I didn't think about it like that.
Bridges are timeless, but not in the same way.
Yeah, not in the same way. Not like hip hop.
No one drives over this like, I wonder who made this.
Yeah, but that'd be dope though.
That was a lot of music.
Yeah,
my bad, everyone, but
no,
we had to do it. We had to do those breakdowns. We don't usually get a Drake album and a leaked Andre 3000 verse.
Yeah,
like
that doesn't happen
very often. So we went. Is there anything else that we should address while we're here?
Oh, let's get to more important things. Would you break up with your girl if you found out she had a threesome with two guys? Not like cheated on you and did that. Like this happened before y'all got together. Like say y'all was just talking one night and she's like, yeah, one night, I had two guys that I was cool with and it just kind of just happened.
It kind of just happened?
Yeah. I hate when women say that.
It doesn't.
I've had more than one woman say that to me.
That it kind of just happened?
It kind of just happened. And it pissed me off more.
Yeah.
Because I would have respected you more if you would have been like, nah, that's what I wanted to do and I just did it.
Yeah.
I could respect you off that. When you start be like, I don't know, like I was just in my
one thing led to another
feelings and like I just went this way and
things happen so fast.
No, that's not.
You took your panties off really quick. Yeah, I know.
And now if it's with two dudes, now there was
they were tugging away.
Two decisions you could make. You had double the time to figure it out. I like to pretend that I'm well, not to pretend. I think I am one of the more understanding and secure people. That one would
that would bother you a little
that
bit.
would throw my head for.
Yeah, that hurt.
Only because I don't like to put things on people that I've done before too. I can't, and it's not a train, it's a threesome. I've never fucked a girl with my mans because I think it's weird.
Okay.
It's a really weird thing to me. It's a weird concept. I'm not saying if that's your kink, if that's your thing, more power to you.
Yeah.
Go do it all the way. No judgments from me. Mm-hmm. It's just not my thing.
Yeah. So I get it.
That's weird. And then the dude you did it with gotta be weird.
I think I would break up with my girl. Like if she told me she had a threesome with 2 guys, it's kind of like.
Well, how far into are we into the relationship?
I don't care how far I am.
No,
I don't give a fuck how far. If I find out you let 2 guys
what if
slam on you at the same time?
5 years in and we finally do shrooms together?
5 years stops right here.
And things just start coming out.
This is where the 5 years stop. We can still be cool, but I can't. Because you know why? I'm never going to be able to look at you and not
think about that.
Envision that. Yeah, like
it's a weird thing to envision.
It's just like you, 2 dudes at the same time was just on top of you going to town.
Oh.
I
understand the male pride, and I know I'm the one that usually will find understanding in certain things.
Yeah,
that one is a little.
And I know everybody has a
tough.
That's what I'm saying. And I know everybody has a past and all of that. I get all of that, but it's just like it's just certain shit you shouldn't be doing.
And then me, especially with people that I love, I try to do my best to rationalize things, and to rationalize things, it takes details. It takes me to understand what your point of view was during it and what was going on. Yeah. And I don't want to know those details because it's just going to make it worse.
That's what I'm saying. And then imagine if it's like 2 dudes that's like, you know, when you see certain dudes and you're like, he doesn't look like the cleanest dude. Like, what if it's like one of those dudes?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like.
What if the other dude's clean? It's kind of like they cancel each other out in like a math
PEMDAS
thing. Yeah, PEMDAS.
What is it called?
You just
PEMDAS.
carry the one. Like, he may be dirty, but the clean guy got in there afterwards and kind of cleaned
That's
it
like
up.
a real situation?
So she was sucking
PEMDAS.
the clean guy off.
Oh.
And the dirty dude was
Slamming on her?
Yeah.
Nah, you and the marriage, you got mad because I said I would break up with her after 5 years?
Well, imagine you're a girl going, well, no, one of them was cleaned.
Oh my God. PEMDAS. PEMDAS is an acronym used to mention the order of operations.
You know what PEMDAS is?
To be filed. No, Rory, I'm not as kinky as you think I am.
Yeah.
PEMDAS is a math thing from high school.
Yeah.
Rory,
You went to New York City Public Schools.
I probably
You know
was
what
absent.
PEMDAS is.
I probably was absent during this. I don't know, nigga. I don't remember PEMDAS. Do you know when I
Please
graduated?
excuse my dear Aunt Sally or whatever the fuck it was.
Rory,
Yeah.
I haven't been to high school in 20 years, bro.
But PEMDAS is like a staple. PEMDAS is up there with losing your virginity.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah.
Only thing we remember.
Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction.
It's actually the only thing in math that actually like really makes sense when you
Yeah.
get into that world.
Okay, yeah. So
It's all
subtraction. You got to subtract yourself from the relationship at that point. There you go.
because she was multiplying
Because she was multiplying
exponents of her vagina.
Exactly. Exactly. See?
They put her in the
Come on,
parentheses.
man. See, thank you for this, Evan.
They put
Eden.
Shorty in parentheses.
Yeah.
She was in PEMDAS.
It got it. Exactly. See, yeah. So no, I'm breaking up with her.
How would you break up with her?
I'd be like, yo, listen, man. You know, I know we all have a past and we all have done things that we're not too happy about. But it's like there's just certain things I just can't look past. And you laying down with 2 men at once is just like I can't get past that. I'm sorry.
If she breaks up with you for having a threesome, is she fucked up?
Is she fucked up?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm lit.
Listen, can we call a spade a spade?
Yes, I'm with you.
Double standards exist.
It exists. Absolutely.
We all use double standards as a buffet because some double standards make sense.
Absolutely.
There's shit about double standards with men that are not fair at all. There's
Absolutely.
also shit that's double standards with women that are not fair at all.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to use the ones that work on my end.
Yep.
Getting fucked by 2 dudes is not the same as a guy having threesome with 2 girls.
It's not, Damaris.
Just not. I'm sorry. I know we're all sex positive now and I agree with it and all, but let's just call a spade a spade. It's not the same thing. I've gotten past that it's a train. I've gotten to the understanding point that it is a threesome.
Yes.
But it's a different type of threesome.
It is. I'm with Rory on this one.
And girls like girls where I'm from.
Exactly.
So it's okay if I do it. Because she might have liked both them chicks.
Yeah.
I promise you. Edit.
I promise you. Do you know how funny that is? That is fucking hysterical. I promise you. No, they do.
Not where I'm from.
Not where I'm from.
I can't.
All right, if you could just put bleeps on that would be funny.
Sure.
Holy
And
shit.
keep it.
Sure.
Girls like girls where I'm from. So I think
Yeah, no.
she might have liked those girls. And I may have not liked the gentleman that she decided to let her put her in parentheses.
But do you have you ever like noticed the one guy that comes around and your girl just has like this different energy with? She's always happy to see him. Mm-hmm. They always take great pictures of each other.
Yeah, he knows her angles.
Yeah. Do you ever have you ever like asked your girl like yo, y'all ever did anything like, or you just kind of just like,
Mind your business.
yeah, mind your business. But is it? It is my business though, right? If it's my girl,
I think it is.
No.
and this is a guy that we see all the time when we hang out. Like he's a guy that's always around.
If that's my girl, it changes things drastically.
Yeah,
because here's always been my thing. Your past is your past.
right.
Of course, there's cliff notes in that. It's not just
Fine
the past.
print.
Just
No,
ain't
no.
the
Fine
past.
print.
Just ain't the past.
It's fine print for sure.
But for the most part, your
Yeah.
past is your past.
Yeah, it's who you are.
I don't particularly want to sit here and listen to you talk about your past like that. Just kind of out of sight, out of mind. I just know everyone has fucked a bunch of people before. I'm 31 years old.
Right.
I do ask though, if we ever go into a room or a situation or something, I don't need to know the details. Just give me a heads up.
Yeah.
Just so I know how to move. I am still a man with pride. Just let me know how to move.
Yeah. You just want to know who.
So
You don't want to know how. You just want to know who.
Just I need to know.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't need to know how many times. I don't need to know what the situation was.
Right.
I don't care how it ended.
Right. Right.
I just need to know. All right, men move crazier than women in a lot of catty ways. So I just need to know how I'm gonna have to deal with this dude. If he makes a facial reaction, I just got to have some info so I know what that facial reaction means.
So you would ask your girl like, yo, like, yeah.
No, I would ask her ahead of time, which I had with every woman I've been with when I was like an adult, especially in some of the spaces we move in. Just in general, always let me know if there's something that I should know going into, especially a type of work environment or something like that.
Right.
But I've definitely peeped some times where I'm like, she didn't tell me.
Right.
I could feel it.
Yeah.
Y'all have amazing chemistry. You should probably fuck tonight. Y'all have better chemistry.
If
He
you
lights
did
your
fuck
face
already,
up way more than I do when I walk in the room.
And if y'all didn't fuck yet, y'all are going to.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But no, I'm not too prideful to ask that. It's just more of a, you gotta let me know.
Yeah, I try not to ever ask a woman like specifically who she's been with but it is certain times where you just know it's an energy. It's a certain type of chemistry with her and certain guys, and you just like, yo, like, I ain't, your past is your past. It's, but it's like, how well do y'all know each other? Because y'all seem to be like y'all finish each other's sentences, and he knows your favorite drink, and you know what I mean? It's like, I just need to know like what's going on.
All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah,
and we
like,
can wrap. What hurts more? If you know Shorty has been with this dude, but you're cool with it, like it is what it is. You all end up in the same party, the same room, whatever. Y'all moving around. You're not threatened. You don't care. She sees him and her face lights up a little bit and they have a good rapport and a good hug. Or are you more upset if she's standoffish and mad that he's in the room?
Oh.
If
Because
she's
the obvious answer I don't think is the right one.
No, if she's standoffish and mad, there's still he's still tapped into her emotionally somewhere.
I'm way more upset if she's upset that he's in the room.
Yeah. Then
you still fucking care.
Yeah. You still care about him, and then I gotta pop on this nigga now. Now I gotta go across his head with a bottle. Like that's just how I feel.
Don't ruin my night because you still got feelings for this guy.
Yeah,
you
like,
mad that he here.
Yeah, like, and why?
please have your face light up and hug him and pretend to be friends.
Right.
Yeah, but hold on, because that's a two-way street. Because now, what if her face lights up whenever she sees this guy and he hugs her? But what if it's the type of hug where he picks her up and like spins her around? Like,
Nah.
Can we get back to reality? Can we get back to reality? That's fighting.
that happens.
Where does that happen?
Come on, son. The nigga definitely lifted your shorty up off her feet and like spun her around and like,
No,
oh my
there's
God,
one
it's been
thing-
so. I haven't seen you in so long.
There's one thing I have not done
Yo,
on this
niggas
podcast.
lift your girl
I do
and
not
say it's
lie
been-
about shit. I've been vulnerable about things that make me look crazy all the time on this podcast. So you should know I'm being dead ass. If a dude pick my girl up and spin her at a party, no, I'm picking him up and we're spinning around at that party. You gotta be out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, by the time he spin around, I'm standing right there like, yo, fam. On the spin around, when he turned back around, I'm right there on him. Like, yo, my man, let me talk to you outside real quick.
Mink.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I'm with you.
No, I'm popping while he's in her arms.
Yeah.
He gotta lift both of us up now.
Now we all
see how
spinning
strong you
around.
are, dude.
Yeah. Now we all spinning. Yeah. No, that's a fact. I'm with
We're
you on
gonna put
that.
her right in the parentheses. She's gonna be in PEMDAS. She's gonna get trained by 2 guys again.
I'm with you on that. You can't let a nigga pick your girl up. And
That
spin
does
around.
not happen. Y'all are lying to me.
It happened.
It happens, yo. I've seen it.
Damaris, you been picked up before in front of your man?
She might. First of all, men don't do that to me in public. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is, it might be a new relationship, so he might not know that you're her boyfriend, or that y'all are even involved.
Well, he know now.
If it's a group of y'all,
Wait, but hold up. Don't do that, because to pick up a woman in the hugging type of thing, it's a 90-10 thing. It takes 90 of you and 10 of her to accept the pickup.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
if
Like it's
somebody
some
go to hug
she
you, if
knows that I'm
somebody
there.
goes to hug you, you look crazy if you stop them from hugging you. Then you look crazy. Then it looks obvious.
Oh, what if she give him like the 2 hands, like stop? Like if she give him the stop with the 2 hands on his chest, like he go to pick her up, he like, come on, you know this was your favorite when I used to spin you around, and you sitting right there sipping your Casamigos. Rory,
Is the
call
bottle
me.
next to me?
Yeah, but call me.
Is the
son.
bottle next to me?
Call me.
Is the bottle next to me?
Yes, but call me. I'm gonna come
I
spin
don't
the
need to
block
go
with you. I'm gonna come spin the block with you. Don't worry about it. Just call me, so I got you.
You spin my girl, I'm spinning the block.
That's some funny shit, man.
I still don't believe you, but it's cool.
No, it happens. I've seen it before. It happens for sure.
Not in front of their man.
Yeah,
Does he have nuts?
I don't know. I've
I'm
never
not
seen him.
saying he didn't react afterwards, but you can't say it. It probably doesn't go unscathed.
Yeah,
Okay.
because he might not know.
I'm dragging.
He
it, I'm
might
sorry.
not. He might not know. Homie might not know that you there with your man or you dating somebody.
Like I said, it's a 90-10 thing. She got to go with it.
With the hug with the booty grab.
Oh, nah, see.
Didn't do that. The
See.
spinning is
See.
And the booty grab.
Nah, if you grab my girl's ass, now the entire spot gets shut down now. Like everybody's fighting. Like I'm fighting everybody. Like you know what I'm saying? Who invited me here? I'm fighting him. I'm fighting the waiter. I'm fighting everybody. Everybody has to fight. Don't grab my girl's ass. You can't do that. You gotta know you can't do that.
This is giving me anxiety.
Don't worry about it. We're
Just
gonna
the
get you
thought
off
of
this topic. Yeah, but on to more other news, sad news, unfortunately,
very,
man.
very
we lost a staple in our culture, a staple in New York City culture.
Hell yeah.
Michael K. Williams passed away this week. Sad, tragic news to receive. It definitely caught us all by surprise. I opened my phone and I saw that. I couldn't believe what I was reading.
Yeah.
And this was if you never met Michael, he was one of those guys that his energy, man, he was such a down to earth, humble, a true hip hop head. His energy was just like, he was just such a pleasure to be around, man. If you were ever in the same room with him, he had this look. If you never met him, he had a look that may intimidate some,
But not.
but it
But
didn't
not in
match.
real-
like
he
it
was
didn't
the
match.
sweetest human
Yeah,
being.
like his look didn't match his personality. Like he was such a cool dude, man. And it was so unfortunate to hear about his passing.
It's a small type of sentence that we say a lot, but you could catch Michael in any spot, and I mean
Anywhere.
that's like
Anywhere.
you could be at like some crazy dive bar in the Lower East Side,
Yeah.
and you'd be like,
Yeah.
is that Michael K. Williams?
Yeah.
Because he was just that such of a down to earth like New Yorker. I'm not even gonna say with New York, because I've seen him out in some dive bars in other cities.
Yeah.
Like, wait, hold on, is that Michael?
Yeah.
Yo, what up? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing here?
No, he was his.
always chill, like he was just wanted to be himself and be around shit that was authentic to him,
Yeah.
not what an actor is stereotypically supposed to be.
Yeah,
around.
he wasn't the stereotypical actor. He didn't, he was still one of the homeboys. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't know him, if you met him one time, you felt like you knew him for forever. He had this infectious energy. He loved people. He loved having real conversations with people. Even if you were a complete stranger, his first time meeting you, he would have a real conversation with you. Remember the first time we met, I felt like this was my boy. This was my homie. This was the
Exact
dude that
same
I
thing.
grew up on. Yeah, it was just like, it was crazy how just natural the conversation was. And it's just so unfortunate, man, just to hear of his passing. And, it definitely was something that caught me off guard, and it hurt me deeper than I thought it would, honestly. Like, I didn't think that, hearing about his passing would hurt me the way it did, but that really, really hurt me. So prayers to his family, prayers to his friends, colleagues, anyone that had the opportunity to meet him and that, you know, got close to him. I know that it's a sad time and a hard time for everyone. But you know, let's keep his spirit alive. Let's greet each other with the same energy he greeted us with. Let's love each other the same way he loved all of his friends and his family. You know, and let's have the same passion for the art. I think that's one thing that I take away from him. He had such a passion for hip hop and house music and, you know, acting, that he put his all into it. He gave it his all. He put all of his spirit and his energy into whatever he was doing. And I think that that's something that I can take from coming into, you know, conversation with him, is that he was just so passionate. And so if he was doing something, he was giving it all. You know what I mean? He was putting his all into that. And that's something that I think that, you know, we need to take from him and his passion and his legacy, is that to give it 100%, man. Don't leave nothing on the table. Go hard, love what you do what you love, and love one another while you're doing it. Yeah,
what really fucked me up on, what was that, on Sunday? No, Monday, I'm sorry. Monday. It was on Labor Day. I was thinking about the times that I'd been around him, and like you were saying, it made you feel like you had known him forever the moment you got to know him. Mm-hmm. And it kind of felt like that quality I love so much about him may have also been part of the reason of his passing. Like, when I say he had this certain sadness about him, I don't mean it in the way that you guys are probably thinking, but it's something I identify with, and that type of sadness makes you identify with any walk of life easily. Mm-hmm. Like, you could find things in people easily just because your sadness makes you, I guess, more introspective. I don't want to use that word again, but it just makes you find great qualities in people because you felt so many shitty qualities before. Mm-hmm. And that just kept racing in my head of like, that why I loved him so much may have been why he was, you know, in this position that he was fighting for his life. That just, it made me even more sad of why I loved him so much. Could have been that, because he could identify, he could make you feel like he could tap into you so easily, because he understood the human brain, and he understood feeling so much. Yeah. He had felt so much that he could find anybody and find what they felt and connect with them, which is such a beautiful quality in somebody. But that's the catch-22 of having that quality. You fight with yourself over it, and it fucking sucks. Yeah. He was such a good dude.
Real cool dude. Real cool dude. If you never had the pleasure of meeting him, man, trust me when I tell you, just a solid individual. Super down to earth. Like I said, you can find him in the most random of spots, and, you know, literally just hanging with people, hanging with his crew, you know, his people that he loved. Yeah. So, you know, again, prayers and condolences and rest in peace to Michael K. Williams. And so you're saying how he took his craft. Like, we all know Omar was one of the greatest TV characters of all time. That was said well before his passing. Everybody knew that. What I don't think a lot of people do talk about, you know how taboo that role would have been to take, especially from somebody from East Flatbush? I'm going to be playing somebody gay. Right. And it's going to show up on camera. Right. It's not just going to be said. We're going to show it. And for somebody, that just speaks to Michael's character of, one, accepting people and it not mattering. Right. And two, how serious he took his craft. Right. If we're going to do this, we're going to do this. Right. Right. And at a time when The Wire came out, it wasn't the most progressive times. No. Absolutely. At all. No. He's not probably from the most progressive place. I'm sure that neighborhood may have probably said some, just like, come on, man. Oh, for sure. So ahead of his time in that, representing that community, showing how masculine that community can be, and not giving a fuck who you grew up with thinks. Right. Like that, outside of Omar the character, that part I just think spoke so much to who Michael was as a person, not Omar. Selflessness. Like, yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. I know who I am. Right. And that community's fine with me. Absolutely. But yeah, rest in peace, Michael K. Williams. Yeah. Prayers to his family, prayers to his son. If he has other children, I really apologize. I was just aware of one son. But yes, prayers to his family. Absolutely.
But yeah, I didn't mean to get sad.
No,
I really liked Michael a lot.
No, absolutely. That was, like I said, that was tough to receive that news, and it's still tough to, to have it like really sink in and come to terms with it, man. It's just, it's unfortunate, really, really unfortunate. But in other news, what we got? Let's look forward to this weekend.
Are you doing? Are you hitting any Fashion Week events?
Absolutely not. I think that Fashion Week should be eliminated from New York.
You don't think we're fashionable anymore?
Not that we're not fashionable. I think the city is we just have so much shit going on a regular day. We don't need more reasons for traffic. We don't need more reasons for gridlock. We don't need more reasons to not be able to find parking. Like, it's just like, enough is fucking enough.
I feel like Fashion Week is every other month. There's
Fashion Week in New York is every week. Every week is fashionable shit going on the sidewalks. Like, people are dressed, they look good. Women look good, they look great. Like, it's like we don't need a week designated to say, hey, we're gonna bring all of the designers in the world and have them showcase their new line. And it's like, all right, we get it, man.
New York is, to me, the epitome of fashion. Like, I feel like you can't do fashion and not say New York. I feel like everything.
Oh no, for sure.
Listen, look how I dress. I don't dress fashionable. So what the fuck do I know?
No, that's fair. You look great, man. What you
I still
about?
feel like New York is you got to do Fashion Week in New York. It all comes from New York to me.
All right,
like maybe do this shit in Jersey and call it that.
Or how about just like put everybody on a big ass cruise ship and then send that shit out to like the Hudson River somewhere, and like have that shit there.
I think I saw this in Dark Knight.
Yeah, have that shit there, right? And then like when it's done, everybody can dock and then like leave.
You want to know why Rihanna's funny to me?
Why?
For her post. Rihanna has, if you didn't think she was done with music, she's now a party promoter. She posted a regular ass flyer on her IG that had the email to RSVP.
Who has that email? I would love to see.
The world has it now.
No, like who's controlling it? Like who's answering the email?
There's no way that is a functioning email anymore.
No, not at all.
And I want to know what type of emails you think hit that inbox.
Fam, come on.
What do you think? What do you think the ratio of dick pics were?
Oh, they're in there.
Oh, they're thousands,
for
thousands
sure.
And thousands
for sure.
But how many? Let me tell you who my client is. Who's nobody? Email came in there.
Come on, fam. I don't, is that real? Like, oh yeah, it's right there.
Here's the thing: if
private event,
if Rihanna is planning a Met Gala after party and says don't plan one because she's doing one, I'm gonna plan one because y'all not getting into that.
No, you're not getting into that.
This is my perfect time to plan a party.
You can get your shit off right now for sure. Absolutely.
All right, fucking Galapalooza. See y'all there.
See y'all at the Galapalooza. Let's fucking do it, man. Fuck it.
But no, I thought that was hysterical that she posted this with the RSVP email and the time.
And it says private event.
But I mean, I had the email. I'll see if I can get us a +1. I'm sure they'll reply promptly.
Yeah, I think they'll reply to our email. I think if we send an email and we try to get on the list, I think they'll respond to that. They'll get us in there.
But have you ever looked at one of those like party email RSVP things?
No.
They're the funniest thing on planet Earth.
No.
The amount of things that the way people try to validate their client or themselves, like, fam, like, yo, one time, like, when Cudi in 2009, I took photos of him. Like, they'll break down their resume like you would not believe to get into
just to get into this party. Yeah, I'm not. You know me, Rory. I could care less about these type of events and these parties and shit like that. Like, I don't try to go. I don't try to reach out to anybody to go. I just don't. It's just not something I'm into like that. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be great. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to look great. I'm sure Rihanna's going to look amazing. But I can open my Instagram and see what's going on.
I just want to know the only thing I care about the Met Gala is what they do inside. Cause I think that's where they decide where our tax dollars go. I think like it's some real gala. Illuminati, eyes wide shut thing. I think there's weird orgies in there. I think the moment they all get in, all them gowns and shit that,
yeah,
I think those are immediately gone and they're all in like the same knit suit. They all have fucking weird things over their eyes and they're all doing rituals.
Oh, so like a Kanye release party.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Kanye finally gave us what happens inside the Met Gala.
Got you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think they sacrifice a rapper in there.
Sacrifice a 3,000 verse.
Yeah, like check on Lil Yachty after this. There's always, and I'm not saying Yachty's this, but there's always like a rapper that's hot, and like we're like, damn, they got that Met Gala invite off like just that one single,
right?
And then they disappear.
Like how many of those artists?
They were like, do you think Designer was sacrificed? I'm not saying his physical body, but like his career. Do you think was like sacrificed at a Met Gala once?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I think for all their careers to continue on, they have to take someone hot at the moment and sacrifice. It's like when they drink the blood of unicorns to stay young forever.
Okay.
Like I think they got to sacrifice somebody's career at the Met Gala, and how they do it is they put this light out as young artists. Like, all right, fuck, I get an invite to the Met Gala. Mm-hmm. I made it. No, you didn't, sir. We made it. You're going to continue.
You're going to be
the reason why we continue. It's like drinking the fucking blood of babies.
Your career is fucking over after this.
Yeah, there's a reason you're confused why you.
Yeah, I'm cool on these type of parties though. I get it. You know, everybody dresses up, looks great, but like I said, once you got Instagram, you open your Instagram, you can see what's going on. You don't need to be there.
All right, wait till we get invited and they try to sacrifice our podcast career.
Have fun. Yeah, so that's about it this weekend. I don't have any plans.
I'll be at Biggie's that night. I'll be on Clinton.
I still have never been there. I gotta go. I gotta stop by there. I gotta see how it is. I see a lot of people frequent that place a lot.
Yeah,
I gotta check it out. I just like to see the little cool.
You
hip
know everyone.
spots.
It's nice.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
You can wear what you want. You don't have to wear a gown.
My type of shit. Any plans this weekend? No.
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so at all.
Yeah, no plans. NFL season is back. I don't know if you into fantasy football.
I am, but I was kicked out of every league the past 2 years, so I gotta find new friends. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna try to follow the NFL again. I started a little bit the last 2 years, maybe.
Look at how you turned your back on Cap so easy.
I mean, Cap, he signed a deal. What you want me to do? Like, I was riding with him as long as he...
He'll ride for the cause.
Yeah, but I mean, the cause is kind of like, he took a check. Fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Still a huge Cap fan, but I'm gonna try to get back into football. Go Buccaneers, go Brady. That's all I know. I'm still a Brady fan, so
all right.
It is what it is.
Baby Keem album tomorrow.
Yeah, Baby Keem. Ari's new single, Pressure.
First single, yeah.
I had a chance to hear it when I was in Atlanta. JD played it for me. Real dope.
I like it a lot.
Sounds really, really good.
Album is really, really good.
Now we have Summer Walker's album is the one we're looking forward to now, right?
I think we're gonna get Ari and Summer
around the same time.
I hope so.
Is there beef festering?
Of course not. They love each other.
Okay. I was trying to start some bullshit. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Ari's single Pressure. I loved it. I'm looking forward to Summer's album. I think her album is people are gonna love it. It's from what I heard, it's again easily one of the best R&B albums in the last however many years. Yeah, man, but no plans this weekend.
20th anniversary of 9/11.
Yeah, I watched the documentary on Netflix about it. The documentary was fucking crazy.
20 years, that's fucking crazy.
Did you watch Clickbait?
I'm gonna start it this weekend. That's actually my weekend plans.
Yeah, I watched the first 5 episodes.
That shit is fire.
Yeah, I watched
Vincent Chase is in it, right?
Yeah, I watched the first 5 episodes. Really good.
Good to see Vince is back on
really
the
good
big screen.
I finished Godfather Harlem, the second season. Great season. What else did I finish over the weekend?
I watched Worth, which had to do with 9/11.
Oh, yeah?
It was about the story of the lawyer that had to negotiate, if you will, all the settlements for everyone that lost a family member.
Okay.
In the 9/11 attacks. It was interesting.
Okay.
It was interesting.
Yo,
you gotta sit don't look for action. You gotta sit and like dialogue and like lawyer stuff.
Yo, the older I get, and watching that 9/11 doc, it's crazy that we lived through that. Like, and watching that shit in the documentary, and remembering, being awake and watching the news and watching all that shit happen, and then watching the whole city was just like the uptown was a dead zone. There were no cops. There was nothing. Everything was closed. All stores were shut down. And it's just crazy to see that again, like all the footage, and know that you lived through that, to see those buildings fall, and to see, the aftermath and the cleanup and every, the workers down there trying to sort through all of that rubble and debris and all of that, trying to find human remains. And it's just crazy to watch that shit and realize, like, this wasn't a movie. This was something that happened right down the block from here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. But if you get a chance to watch it again, watch the documentary 9/11. Like you said, the 20-year anniversary.
It's hard to even fathom watching.
I don't even like
Holy
calling
shit.
it an anniversary because it's not something
happened.
you want to celebrate. Yeah, but it's it happened. So prayers to the families that were affected by that. Prayers to everyone that was affected by that.
Yeah. Shit. All in New York City,
New York City, tri-state, anybody around the world. Because there was other events in D.C., the Pentagon, and the crash in Pennsylvania. So it was other pieces of the world that were affected by that as well. But if you get a chance, watch that. And make sure you watch Clickbait because I like it. I want to talk about it next week.
I started this weekend, especially Vincent Chase in it. I'm cool.
All right, man. I'm gonna go and fill myself up with some black seed oil and a whole bunch of other herbs and shit over the weekend, man, and try to get right. Please cut these fucking ACs off. The summer is over. The summer was fucking terrible. I'm on record saying this. The summer was trash. I don't give a fuck what anybody else thinks. The summer was terrible.
It might have been worse than the quarantine summer.
This summer was fucking terrible.
But I don't care. Fall's here. My favorite season. So
yeah, fall's here. Turn those fucking ACs off. All these restaurants, turn the AC off. You're killing me. I fucking hate it. And now I got to go fucking doctor myself back to 100%. But we'll be back next week. That's the Gingerbeard Man. I'm all. Y'all be safe.